Hi to everyone. I haven't made videos since a long time ago, but I want to make this one and leave a message for everyone before we finish with this 2020. Um, I just wanted to share my thoughts about what's happening at the moment in energy terms. Um, First of all, at the moment I'm recording this video in Perth, Australia, where is no coronavirus since I'm not really know when, but maybe July, August. But I personally haven't even heard about coronavirus except a few cases, like maybe 100 in the whole state. So we haven't had face mask here. I haven't met anyone who got it in Perth. So I haven't really experienced the coronavirus at all in WA, and we haven't changed anything really. Just social distance a little bit, because honestly now is everything the same as always. We even have lots of parties um, planned for New Year's Eve, um, DJs and things, and yeah. So I believe that we are very lucky here. It's like living in a parallel reality, and I feel blessed. And I don't think it's a coincidence. So many light workers here. This year specifically, I've been working with light workers, only with light workers. So all my clients and students are light workers. So I believe it's not a coincidence that all the light workers, Lemurian light workers, are now uh, in Perth, when in the rest of the world um, people has been in lockdown and losing their freedom big times in terms of work and socializing and continuing with their lives. However, I'm not here to talk about specifically about this, but I was just observing that in the world people seems like, well, can't wait for finishing 2020. So we start the new year fresh, new beginning. That's very 3D for me, 3D thinking, because honestly, 2021 is next week, and confrontation in between citizens, relations, belief systems will continue happening the next week. And we are in this situation at the moment because of that. Yeah. So I wish you all to have amazing New Year's Eve celebration. Of course I do. But I encourage you to don't forget what are you here for. Um, don't forget that we are all one, and the fact that we're whenever in the world you're watching this video, um, and you are, we are all in different conditions, right? But don't forget that these other people in the world experience different circumstances. Uh, for example, in Beirut, um, people has lost everything this year after the explosion. There is so many people in the world that have lost their jobs, savings, because in their countries during the lockdown they couldn't work anymore, and the countries were poor before the coronavirus, and now are much more poor at the moment. This includes the country where I come from, Argentina. I think after the coronavirus, people will notice more how important are the economic resources, and how important is to be equal, in opportunities for all the citizens, so I think it's a very important moment to reflect. That's why I'm making this video, to invite you to reflect, to not deny their reality, because I feel there is a call for denying reality. That's what I perceive in media in general, and also in people. The people is, I know you're tired, I know you're sick of everything, and the only thing you want to do, because I'm the same. I was the same in the 24. Let's drink and forget about everything. But then you wake up on the 25th and things are still the same. It doesn't matter how many glasses of wine or champagne beer you have drunk on the 25th. I can't take an airplane and visit my family. Okay? Because the borders are closed. And even if there are airplanes, crazy expensive. So where is the freedom? Tell me, where's the freedom? Do we really have freedom? So do we have to stand up for our freedom? I think that's the 2021 all about freedom, what freedom means. And for me, freedom is critical thinking. Freedom is not to be aligned with ideologies at all, because as soon as you align yourself with an ideology, this happened. Look, this is not new. This was the world since the very beginning. Yeah, since the Orion War, we were aligned with ideologies, and planets were destroyed. The entire civilizations were destroyed because of ideologies. Ideologies always encourage you to think the same as the rest, and they make you feel good, because make you feel you belong, and belonging is our biggest need, since we are apart from the source. So since we became individuals, the soul, the spirit is split in different souls, and the spirits come from the source, right? What we also can call God. We are part of a big spark of light. But since we are separate in the lower dimensions, specifically in the 3D, belonging is definitely a need, an emotional need. So what's the price of belonging? What's the price we have to pay for? So that's why I'm making this video, to reflect a little bit. I don't want to be negative or something. I'm always positive, I always see the goodness. I'm Pisces and my ascendant is Sagittarius, so. But that doesn't mean I'm not aware of what's going on around me, because since the moment we awaken the Lemurian consciousness or multidimensional consciousness, we can feel others. The pain of others is our pain. So escapism or denying, look, seems like it helps, but then you realize, actually not. The emptiness is still there. Does not matter. The many ways I try to escape of myself, if I haven't been brave enough to face my own emptiness, the emptiness will still be there. So I'm making this video because I don't want us to get the press on the 1st of January or the 2nd or maybe the 4th, if you've been like partying very hard. You don't want to get, and this video is not for my parents, right? My parents are not watching this, they don't understand English. This video is for millennials. This video is for us, and specifically for light workers. So don't fall in the trapped that because it was the big conjunction and we were all meditating at the same time, so now it's okay, we can start denying and drinking Coca-Cola and smoking marijuana and, you know, playing with Tinder, you know what I mean. Like, critical thinking is something that we really need to go through during the next year. We really need to see how capable we are and how brave we are. Because with these ideologies, what happened is we find that if we are not aligned to groups or with groups, we start to feel afraid. The fear arises. The fear of saying, hey, I think different, you know, and you can see it in social media. And I'm making this video to encourage you to think different. Don't follow anyone, not even myself, because I'm saying something today and in 5 years I may say something different because I'm evolving. We are all evolving. It doesn't mean, oh, don't listen what I say. No, listen, but don't follow. Create your own way to perceive reality, because that's the key. That's what will give us the freedom to be able to understand that we are all one, true. That's why it's important to awaken in the compassion. Like Jesus says, love everyone, you know, as you love yourself. But first of all, you need to learn how to love yourself, right? If you don't even know how to love yourself, how you doing? How you do to love everyone? You know what I mean? So we've been learning a lot about loving ourselves the last, I would say, 20 years. But now is the moment for starting to love the rest of the people as well. But my advice is start loving those who looks very different to you. Different skin color, different accent, different religion, different ideas about what you believe or what not. Start loving them first. Because when you're capable to love them, you will be able to love those parts of yourself that you couldn't integrate because you reject from yourself. 2021 is a pathway to integration. We need to see the shadows to accomplish this integration process. Without shadow is no integration. We've been seeing the shadows for so many years to now, with all the eclipses happening. So since 2011 to now, we were facing the biggest monsters, the inner monsters. Think of your life since 2011 to now. How many challenges, how many transformations you went through? Are you the same person? Or you're totally different now? Like you passed away and you're reborn in this one who's watching the video right now. So if you still have more shadows to face, you will definitely face all together in 2021 if you haven't faced them in 2020. It's like an ultimatum. So why? Because we are the pioneers. Light workers are the pioneers. We need to do it first. And then we start producing the changes to transform the paradigms. And that's why, you know, I know things are not going to change next week because it's to change the number in the calendar. No way. The paradigms are still the same. Since we are celebrating Christmas in Australia, there's up with the Santa Claus in the snow, So since you have a tree with fake snow, we are still in the same paradigm. You know what I mean? Like, things haven't changed. You still want to belong. Yeah, it's so scary to have your own Australian tree. Probably with the surfers and I don't know, more Australian. I mean, Australia, they were, just in case, originally from Argentina. So, yeah, so just we have so much work to do. And another thing I wanted to share before I finish the video, when you work, you do your Reiki course, you do all your healings and many things you've been learning since the last few years. You're not doing it for anyone, but for the world, for your life purpose. You are not doing it for you. You're doing it for something you don't even know yet. But take it in that way, because I see people that are leaving things for next year, or I'm not even saying the courses, but I have students, they have done Reiki, and then I'm like, have you practiced? Have you done this? Oh no, maybe next year. It's not for you. It's not for me. It's for the world. Because we take in so much from this world. Since we were born, we take in doctors, taking advantage, of medicine, airplanes, foods, animals. What are you giving back to this world? That's the question as well. What are you gonna give back to this world in 2021? What changes are you going to do in your life so you can give more love and feel connected with the whole, with the source? Because as more you raise your own light, you are lifting the frequency everywhere you go, of this world, of your society, your friends, or the different groups you catch up with. So think about that. What else I wanted to say before I finish the video? Because already 18 minutes talking. We are awakening the memories from Orion War, and those memories can be very sad. So memories of separation, distraction, sadness, pain, guilt. Just be aware of that. And instead of becoming a victim of the system or society, just see how can you transmute that energy, transform that energy into wisdom, transform the pain or the guilt or all the emotions connected with those memories that are emerging at the moment. How you do to transform them in wisdom, and how we do turn pain or guilt in wisdom. Just seeing outside how that memories of yours are being mirrored by society. And when you observe, is there, then through your own experience, you can propose or do major changes, because you have the experience. You know what happened already when people make the war to each other or when people consider themselves superior than others. You know what happened when you play with nuclear weapons. You know many things. You know what happened when you live your life driven by your ego or ambition. So you know those things. So that's the way you are turning those emotions, heavy emotions, in wisdom, in love, in something that you have here to give to others. That's my video for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Mwah.